Alright. Talking this video as human fishing in the shadow part 5. In the last videos that me posted on the YouTube, posted up on the YouTube, been talking and led all the way to the thought of this green dragon. And so me was thinking of Shang Tsung. I've been looking into Shang Tsung and see HOODRiCH. HOODRiCH is the name of this green dragon. So ultimately the name of this green dragon is HOODRiCH. And Satan is something like me have been talking about in the past videos. Shang Tsung and all this led me to HOODRiCH, because HOODRiCH is the one at the top of this, the big dog, the big green dragon. That in this thing is calling HOODRiCH the Jade Emperor. Whenever looking into information about the creation of the Chinese zodiac. And so I've been looking into this recently and thoroughly. And see, this is what this is all about. This Wu-Tang Clan, all the Wu-Tang Clan collection videos, the Wu-Tang Clan rap group, all this is paying homage and telling the story of HOODRiCH. And I see into this and see HOODRiCH is this green dragon who is the original number one. The original number one of green. Like of the green dragon. And this goddess that me has been talking about, this other goddess, the one that shapes this world, this green snake goddess's world, Sonya, this earth, this 3 world. Is this 0. This 0, just like how in the film Big Trouble in Little China, egg, like the shape of a 0, the shape of the forming of a world, the egg of the world. Was originally a black 0, right, and then later came down to this small stuff and now reps this pink and purple, right. So me can go and talk a lot about all of this, but I've been really looking into this and trying to sort through all this type of information to get to the source of this information. And so ultimately what this HOODRiCH at the very top, right? like of the big dogs, right? The big worlds, right? Is really Godzilla, right? How this Earth plays these seeming like old things of Godzilla, right? And all this is because of what HOODRiCH has done as a god, right? And so there's a lot that we can speak on this of how this all led to this and what is the commonalities between this Zero down here that was hunting this green snake goddess in this world, and leading all the way up to Satan, and leading all the way up to this green dragon HOODRiCH, who is also really this jolly green giant that like they put on they used to be on the commercials, jolly green giant, green beans, jolly green giant commercials for the green beans, right? Yeah. Right. And yeah, right. Yeah. Vegetables and all this, right? And so me sees this is what is the revelations, the beast of revelations and all this is this HOODRiCH is this particular beast, right? If one looks into the book of Revelations in this place, since all of the humans seem to talk about the religion and all this, yeah, and go to church and all this, right? This HOODRiCH is one of the beasts of Revelations, and it's the reptile, yeah, right, yeah, right. It's like the beast of Revelations describe it, right? Yeah. And that's Godzilla. Yeah. Yep, that's Godzilla. So a lot of things going on, me deciphering this language and the hidden meanings and stuff of this. It's not really spoke about and all this, but also I was looking into the source of all the problems and all the problems, a lot of things that have ever, if anything has ever mixed with green, right? And this is what's been going on. Because of this HOODRiCH, this Godzilla, this beast of Revelations, right? That me is revealing at this very moment, right? Has had at some point evolved something that got close to, it seems like, this Satan, right? This Satan and some other ones have been used by this HOODRiCH, right? And have had their soul, have had the green snake souls eaten, right? Yes. And this is what has happened to me in this life, right? So me is speaking how they say, you know, from personal experience, or whatever the word is, from real time, real life trials and tribulations, right? Me has had this happen in this life, and this is still affecting me, right? Right. And so anything that had was like a green snake, at some point had its whole soul eaten, or stolen, parts of it eaten. And so this really created this whole fake zodiac thing. And these are all just things cycled by HOODrich based on how much of the soul was eaten and how much these things were programmed, right? Yeah, right. By HOODrich. Right. And so this all leads to what is the problems with this world of this green snake goddess, right? And all we can really see is just this green snake goddess was green, right? Yeah, right, 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 right. This green snake goddess was green, right? And because of this HOODrich, anything that had green, this HOODrich tries to kill, right? Yeah. And I look back into this and see this. It's all because of this HOODrich murdering, just doing whatever it wanted to things. Like at the beginning of being green, right? When other things showed up, right? HOODrich would do things like over time. Yeah, like over time, HOODrich would do things to these little things, bad things, right? Hurt them, and then later just anything HOODrich felt like doing to them because these things were little, right? Right. And so later it affected this HOODrich in the sense as far as ever going to live as these little things, right? And this is all part of the eternal. So this HOODrich really started off like this and just trying to prove somehow to say that all these little green things were bad. And so HOODrich should have never had to go live with them and all this type of stuff. So it led to all this soul stealing, soul eating, possessing demons, and all this type of stuff. Right. Yeah, War of the Worlds and all this thing with all this carnivorous eating of things, all the horrible things that go on in this world and they have gone on in other worlds. Right. It's because of this green. Right. And me sees this HOODrich really needed. See, this HOODrich had become a goddess, right? Also at some point. And it seems like to Zen, right? A goddess to Zen, right? And also this green snake goddess was a goddess to me. And me is Zen, right? Me is Zen, right? And Zen is Z eternal nigga, right? Or ninja, right? Me thinks of it as nigga, right? Eternal nigga, right? And like me said before, Z is how the 2 was originally written. And me is an original 2 of black, right? And so since this Jade Emperor was really just kind of, it was eternal, but only in a sense it still needed something of green holding its place in the small, and this was this earth. This green snake goddess world was holding the greens in an eternal position by HOODrich being the big and this Sonya being the small, right? How it's said in this place, right? Yeah. And it seems like this HOODrich did not pay attention enough to its goddess side and to really make sure to protect this Sonya down here in the small. And so it's really been the cause of all these problems, and will continue to do so. Right. Right. Until the extinction of this green, of this Wu D, because this will no longer be eternal. Right. Right. Yep. Because this Wu D cannot live small, right? For all the things that it's done to small, it really needed this Sonya to be protected. But see, this Wu D chose to be a goddess to Zen. And so did this Sonya. But this other goddess, or could have been type of goddess, this Zero, right? This original black Zero, right? That came down here, and this is a whole nother story about this Zero, who was also a 3 at one time, that went against the Zen, and when Zen was going against the original 1's black, right? And so it leads to all this type of stuff, how the Zero got down here and this small stuff. And this Zero, like me said, is not that good. This Zero was hunting this little small weakened goddess because of this soul eating and stealing that takes place since the Wu D, right? And so by the time Sonya got down here, it seemed like a little bit of Sonya's soul was missing. And whenever this German come around, this Satan, it's really trying to present one of the looks to evolve with, right? But really it's trying to eat the soul of the green snake, right? And this is what all that Mortal Kombat Shang Tsung, steal your soul is mine, fatalities and all this is really all about. What it's really all about, right? And so this Wu D, if it was planning on staying eternal, really needed to protect this Sonya, right? From this, what's this called, like in Big Trouble Time, this Big Trouble in China, this Egg Shin, right? Who beams out that purple, right? It also reps this pink, right? And this Egg Shin is a dyke, right? And so, like, look at Egg Shin. If you thought of it as like a woman, a dyke type thing that's trying to look like a man, that's really what this Egg Shin, this Zero is, right? When it tries to show up certain ways in this human realm, right? Right. But to this Sonya, this green snake goddess, this Egg Shin is big, right? And so it really seen this little goddess and seen that the soul was weakened there. So it really did kind of team up with this Satan and everything to go against this goddess, right? Yeah. And so this goddess really, it seems like it just had to abort this green thing. And like me had spoke before, not necessarily on this YouTube videos, right? But about me is like the one from that Rosemary's Baby, right? Right. So me also try to go live as his greens different ways, right? Even though they don't show me really at the end of the film, right? It's supposed to be like representing all the things that could have been those snake elves. Rosemary Baby, where it's supposed to be like Satan's baby or the devil's baby. It's really supposed to represent the snake elves, like overall looks. And since all this soul eating was going on, it didn't really show Zen's snake elf. It just showed some kind of spooky looking snake elves. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, me's using this U to talk. So to put this on the YouTube. Yeah, right. Yeah, it does. I guess. Maybe listen back on it, see what it sounds like. Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, the things don't want to see me on the YouTube is other videos and all this. This thing is constantly beaming some stuff at me. It does not like the idea of me is really living in anything, because what this zero set up here with Satan and all these things for Wu D, and also that moon Quan Chi and all these type of things. Plus all these demons that are really just it seems like leftover souls and stuff that were programmed through all these processes and thrown into this goddess's world that this place is calling demons and ghosts and all this. Yeah. Right.